All right, how about now? Can everybody hear me now? I was just running my lips, and I'm sure y'all can't read lips, but anyway, how about now? Let me know when y'all can hear me. Hello, hello. It takes just a few minutes for it to come around, so just let me know when you're getting sound. I'm just going to keep talking. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. How about now? You can hear me. Okay. I know that there's a delay. So once I make that adjustment on my end, I don't know what happened, but anyway, could y'all hear me at the very beginning? I'm trying to read the chat, and it always looks like I'm looking away from the camera. Okay, I'm glad that everybody can hear me now. Marlene, are you hearing me? And Margie? Yay! Okay, I'm glad everybody can hear me. It's kind of useless to have a video if nobody can hear me, right? But anyway, as I was saying, when no one could hear me, hey Karen, both of my Karens, good to see y'all. If anybody sees Linda Jean, she was here last week and she won this pack of paper. And I have put out several times trying to find out if anybody knows her, and I have not been able to contact her yet. I might hold this for one more week, and when hopefully maybe she'll come in today. If she does, then I can go ahead and get this off to her, but I never could get a mailing address. Impossible to send something out without a mailing address. So, as a notice to all of you, at the end of the video, I always hold the drawings to the end, and I do that for a couple of reasons. I want to grow my audience throughout the video, and that helps my algorithms as far as YouTube seeing how many people that hang around. Hey Jennifer, I'm so glad you made it. Jennifer had orthodontist appointments for her boys this morning, so I was going to kind of fly blind until she got here, but I'm glad she's here. Oh, you're still at the dentist office. Okay. Well, I sent you the paper. Emailed you the information that you need to plug everything in with. But if you can't do that, that's fine. We'll just kind of fly like this for right now and see what's going on. But anyway, let me share with y'all my frustration before we get started. My drugstore decided to fill my prescription for a 30-day supply, which is $88 and something. But I had called my insurance company a while back and asked them, could I get it cheaper if I got a 90-day supply, which I prefer a 90-day supply anyway. And they said, yeah, as a matter of fact, you can get a 90-day supply for the same price you're paying for a 30-day supply. Just make sure that they do that. Well, my husband went and picked my prescription up. This is 2 refills later. I'd already had 2 90-day supplies. He brings it home to me, and I have the bag right here. I have not even, I'll try to cover up my information. I have not even unstapled the bag, because when I got it, I knew this was a 30-day supply. $88.56. Should have been 3 bottles, not 1 bottle. So I called the drugstore immediately, and I'll tell y'all, I deal with CVS, and I'm going to call my insurance company today after I finish with my live, because I had to take 10 minutes and get myself together before I came on the live. I hate to get angry. I called the pharmacist back and apologized. I had to apologize to her because I got ugly and I hung up on her. Because I had called, let me go back. Tuesday evening when my husband went and picked this up, it was around 7 o'clock in the evening, he went and picked my medicine up, came home. As soon as he handed it to me, I said, nope, that's not right. I came in immediately and called the drugstore and told them that I was supposed to get a 90-day supply and I only got a 30-day supply, and I want to find out what's going on. The bag says a 30-day supply. And they said, oh, that's not a problem. Call your doctor or have your doctor. No. They said, we'll send a request over to your doctor for a prescription for 90 days. I said, okay. And they said, when the prescription comes through, what we'll do, we'll refund you the money on this one, and we'll refill it on a 90-day supply and give you the other 2 bottles. Great. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Well, I hadn't heard anything from the drugstore, so I called them just prior to my live. I should have waited. But I called them and I said I was calling to see if Dr. Carly had sent over a 90-day refill on my meds. And they said, yeah, we have it. We got it in yesterday. And I said, great. And I explained the whole ordeal over again. And she said, well, we have no notes on that. Who did you talk to? I said, I did not get the girl's name, but I can tell you what time it was and what day it was. And she said, well, I was here that night and none of my people talked to anybody with anything like this, because for that to have happened, they would have had to run it by me because I'm the pharmacy manager as well as the pharmacist. I proceeded to tell her that I was sorry that she had incompetent people that didn't take the proper notes that they needed, but I had called and I had my husband on speakerphone and he heard it too. And they said that they would make that good. Well, she said they couldn't do it. Once that goes out of the pharmacy, they can't make any changes. And I said, so you're telling me that y'all are going to make this $86.56 off of this 1 month for me to pay for, nothing off of your back, money in your pocket, but money out of my pocket. I was livid. So yes, and when I told her, I said, listen, I'm not asking for you to take this back. I understand that it has come out of your store. It wouldn't be good for you to take it back. I'm not asking you to do that. I said, I'm asking if I bring it back with all of the paperwork, can you just refund the money and then refill the 90-day and give me 2 bottles of it? It'll just be a swap. They said absolutely not. They couldn't do it. So I'm calling my insurance company, and I did call my husband because I had to vent. You know, sometimes you just have to vent. He was at work, but he did take the time to listen to me because I'd sent him a message and told him that we were going to CVS when he got off work and to make sure he had bail money in his pocket. That's how frustrated I was. And I think all of y'all know me that I'm not that kind of person, but I was so upset. So, okay. Nice deep breath, and I'm going to get myself together, and we're going to have fun. So I'm putting that behind me right now, and if I have to deal with this, I'll just have to absorb the cost. But yeah, that's what I have mine all set up for 90-day supplies too, Margie. That's why I don't understand. I told him, I said, the last 2 times that this medication has been filled, it's been filled on the 90-day supply. Y'all were told back then, 6 months ago, to take that 30-day supply out of the system. So, yeah, Victoria, I was absolutely livid, and I hate to get angry like that. I have to stop and say, God, please forgive me. And he laid it on my heart. I did call back and I did apologize to the pharmacist. I told her, I said, please, please, please accept my apology for being rude, for flying off the handle, for hanging up on you. I said, that was wrong on my part. I said, but I hope that you can understand my frustration. So anyway, all of that behind us, let's move on. I'm going to flip y'all down to the whatever this thing is in front of me, my desktop. Oh, great, Jennifer. So Jennifer's not going to be here to plug everything in as we start, but she's on her way back now. I just saw her text or her message. Jennifer, when you get home, just give me a buzz on the phone and I will answer so that you can let me know people that are coming in and whatever. She always keeps me up to date with what's happening as we go. You get off of here now while you're driving home, Jen. We'll be fine until you get back home and hop back on your computer. Okay. I don't want her driving and being distracted. So anyway, I'm going to flip over to our craft table. So there we go. And I want to find out, my regular customers, my people that usually get a catalog, if you have gotten your catalog, please let me know. You should have gotten both of these if you were on my mailing list. If you've ordered from me in the past 12 months, you will automatically receive a catalog. But if you are new to my channel and you're interested in purchasing Stampin' Up! Products and that you would like for me to be your demonstrator, please let me know. Send me an email along with your mailing address and let me know that you are interested in a catalog. I've got the mini catalogs on order. These do not go live until July the 1st. The Celebration catalog, you cannot buy anything in this catalog. You can only get it for free. We all love free. So, oh, you got an echo now. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Let's try this. How about now? Let me know if that's better. For some reason, it's cutting my mics on and off, and I don't know why. That should be better. Hang on just a minute. Hello? Oh, okay, you're calling on Christian's phone. Oh, okay, all right, bye. Call me when you get home. Bye. That was Jennifer letting me know that we have an echo. All right, it's better now. I don't know what happens. I don't know why it turns on these other mics, because what it amounts to on my little sound thing on my computer that shows me what I have a auxiliary mic, I have a mic on my camera, I have a mic on my computer screen, so I only need one of those mics. If I have more than one, then we have an echo. And a while ago I turned it on and I just had one. When I made the transition, it turned the other mic on. So I need to watch for that from now on and make sure that only one mic is playing. So anyway, all right, here we go. Our Celebration catalog and our mini catalog. Come July the 1st, anybody will be able to look at these on my online store. You'll be able to go in, you'll be able to open these up, you'll be able to see the freebies that you can get in this one. For every $50 that you spend out of this catalog or the annual catalog, you can earn free products out of the Celebration. And you have from July 1st through August to earn these products. So you have 2 full months where you can earn free stuff. $50 before shipping and tax, you will earn a free product. So anyway, this is jam-packed, and I will be showing you, today we're going to be working with one of the die sets out of this one. So I'm going to put these over here and get them out of our way. I can show you in here one of the sets we're going to be working with, and that is the let me find it. I should have been more prepared. I was too busy being angry. Forgive me. I've already asked God to forgive me, so forgive me for being... Anyway, True Beauty is on page 67, and it is this one right here. And it's also the collection called Awash in Beauty. But we're going to be concentrating on just the dies. These dies are stunning, and I'm going to show you what they look like, because it's so much better to see what you get in, this way than to see it in a little tiny picture right here. This is the piece we're going to be working with, and this makes a beautiful overlay, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Here's one of my prototype cards that I did, and I did this one in gold on white, and I brought in that in color Orchid Oasis for my wreath. The wreath dies is a new set that's in that Christmas catalog, and it's called Cottage Wreaths and Country Wreath Dies. And again, this is titled, it's all about the dies. Again, we're going to be using the dies, not so much the stamps. So that's going to be the 2 sets that we use today. And let me show you these dies. The wreaths, I made another card too. This was the other one that I did. I did this one, and I used the Starry Sky with the Starry Sky and white wreath, and I used the little bow out of this. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. It has, oh, that's the wrong one. No, it's not. Oh, I'm so miscombobulated, y'all. Y'all bear with me. I think I put either I didn't put it back in here, or I'll find it. It's got to be here somewhere. Or maybe I stuck it in a different package. You know, I've been known to do that. Let's see if it's in here. No. Maybe I put it back on the other one, because I have an older set that we're going to be using as well. So anyway, this is the Country Wreaths, and this is Organic Beauty. And I got to find my little bow. I did do some die cutting prior to the the live. But before we get started on all of that, I want to show you, I'm going to lay the 2 cards here so you can kind of take a look at those and see what you think. This little flower, I cut it, but I haven't glued it on yet. This one is just kind of sticking in there, but I thought it was cute. So I might glue that in there because I like the way that looks. So Jennifer's not here yet to let me know who's coming in, but I do see Jennifer Reel is here. I like to acknowledge people as they come in, but a lot of times when I have my head down, that's why I usually have Jennifer in my ear on the Bluetooth. And I always like to let her let me know when people come in, because her job is to watch the chat and make sure that y'all's questions are being answered and what have you. I'm going to hold off, like I said, on this pack of paper and see if we can find an address for Linda Jean. I even looked her up on Facebook to try to find her, and there are so many Linda Jeans with her last name. I'm going to move my catalog out of the way, and I'm going to show you what we're giving away today. I have 2 giveaways, and I may give away the cards as well, but I haven't decided on the cards yet. I want to see how they turn out. The first one is these ombre gift bags. These are so cute. It is a Stampin' Up! Product, and I don't know if they're in the new catalog or not. They might, I didn't, I should have checked, but they are so pretty. Let me pull them out so I can show them to you. I think anybody that does little gift bags would love these. These would be beautiful to stick a card in. You can also cut these up and use them as designer series paper. We've got them in Evening Evergreen. What was that other in color? Fresh Freesia. Soft, no, that's Pale Papaya, Soft Succulent, and Polished Pink. But they are so pretty. Look how gorgeous those bags are. And I'm sure that whoever gets these can make good use out of them. I thought they were so pretty, and I just wanted to gift somebody these today. And I also have half a pack of the Forever Fern, or Flourish Fern, I'm not sure. But anyway, somebody's going to win this pack of paper. This was one of my I'm not a real big fan of green, but this made me really love green. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, thank you for reminding people to do the thumbs up. I need the thumbs up and my Bluetooth's getting ready to go dead. It's already dinging on me. So I'm going to switch out my Bluetooth real quick, because I want it to be fresh when Jennifer gets here so that she can let me know what's going on. But I'm going to show you this beautiful paper. You get 5 sheets. One should be either 4 or 6. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sheets of each pattern. So that's what one side looks like, and that's the other side. And I like to show what I'm giving away, because I think people like to see it. That's the other side of that. I'm going to turn it over like that so it's going the right direction. Then this one, and there's the other side of that. And I love this piece. This was one of my favorites. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that fern. I think it's so beautiful. And that's the back side of that one. And this one, and there's the back side of that. Very neutral patterns on the back, and that's what Stampin' Up! Is known for. They'll give you a nice pattern on the front and then something a little more muted on the back. But that's the pack of paper, so hopefully someone that really loves green, or someone that really just needs some Stampin' Up! Paper, I hope that whoever gets this will love it. But those are going to be our 2 door prize drawings, and we'll give the first name we'll give the bags to, and the second name the pack of paper. And I'm gonna lay those over there. And Jennifer, if you're listening, remind me to do the drawing before we end all of this. So let me bring over all of my bits and pieces. I'm gonna lay these right here so you can kind of see them a little bit. And I'm gonna lay some stuff over here. And I'm going to just bring in, I am introducing a new product that I've not used on camera before, and that's our adhesive sheets. They come in, I just got all my little goodies all tangled up in this. They come in a package like this, so you can see they're a long sheet, which is probably 12 inches. I imagine you could actually glue this on the back of a 12 by 12 piece of paper, which comes out beautifully if you get that paper that you can die cut, because then when you can die cut it and then peel this backer off, and I'm going to show you how I used it. And I haven't tried this on camera, so wish me well. And if it's a blunder, then it's a blunder we'll make together. But what I did, I'm going to bring in all of my little bits and pieces. I cut several pieces of the dies. I've got some in white. I've got some in the Sweet Sorbet. I thought it would be nice to do something in that. And look at these dies. Do you see what they cut? And then you can go around and raise these pieces up like this to give nice dimension on your card. And then you've got that little ring around the middle. This is going to be absolutely beautiful at Christmas to make wreaths to go on cards. So I love that. And then look at these bows. Look at the bow. Is that not cute? And I cut one in both colors. Now this isn't stamping. There's also a stamp that you can stamp the bow and then die cut, outline die cut of it as well. These bows are just so stinking cute. And I love a die that embosses and cuts at the same time. See what I mean about embosses and cuts? So it looks like it looks like a real bow. And you can see I used it on this card. I put it right here in the top, and I put a little gem, a little blue gem on it. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. All right, I've got a white card base. I've got some white scraps. There's another white card base because I wasn't sure which way I was going with this. And as you can see, I have that adhesive on the back. This is what it looks like when you cut it. But I want to tell you the good thing about cutting it. Save your diamond pieces, because especially if you have the little bit of, if you put this on the back, that adhesive sheet, if you put this on the back like I did this, and all you do is you take your cardstock, you peel this back, it peels back like this, and you peel it back to about the width that you need and just hold it down like that. You lay your cardstock on it, and then you pull each piece back and then stick it down. Turn it over with your scissors and just cut it. That's what I did with this. And then I ran that cut piece through my die cut machine. Does not gunk up your machine, and you've got a piece like this. Now watch what's going to happen. We're going to punch out all of these little pieces. These are the ones I really would say keep, because can you imagine what you could do with these little diamond shapes on the front of a card? So I'm going to take all of mine and stick them in something, maybe like a little Ziploc bag or something, or an envelope. That one doesn't feel like it cut. No, there it went. It was just stuck up there in the top. But I might get my pokey tool out, my take your pick tool, and see if we can. Now this one I cut in white, and I didn't put the adhesive on the back of it. So this is a little more difficult, but I wanted to show you both ways on how you can adhere this to your card. And we're going to see which one is easier. I think it might be a little harder with getting your pieces out with this, because they do want to stick just a tiny bit, but it might be a lot easier putting your piece down. So let's get my take your pick tool and see if we can just poke these out a little bit better. Maybe like something like that. Could bring the die brush in, but I don't think the die brush is going to do any better than this, because what's happened, it has stuck to the edges of some of these pieces. That's exactly what's happened. It's almost as though it didn't cut all the way. Okay, we have Jennifer on the phone now, so she is back home. Evidently her the orthodontist isn't very far from her house. And a lot of people think that Jennifer and I live close together, but we don't. She's 5 hours away from me. So I miss my girl every day, but we talk just about, there's hardly a day goes by that we don't talk to each other. So we stay very close. So Jennifer, I'm gonna need you to check and see who all's there. Take down names and everything for the drawing. I've already shown the prizes, and we're gonna have at least two drawings, possibly three, depending on how these cards turn out. Okay, she just let me know that she is on top of things. Y'all all give Jennifer a big thank you. She is always so good to try to work her schedule as close as she can around mine. Her boys had doctor's appointments yesterday. I had a hair appointment, and Leisha had a doctor's appointment. So it made it almost impossible for me to do my live yesterday. I started just to come on and just kind of fly by the seat of my pants and do the best I could. And then Jennifer's like, no, if you can wait until Thursday, I can be there. And then she calls and says, Mom, you're not going to believe this, that the boys have an orthodontist appointment. So for this particular die, I'm not sure that I'm enjoying it this way because it's taken me way too long to get these pieces out. Now, the ones in the middle are coming out great. So they just drop right out. But the ones around the edge, which is where I need that adhesive the most, they're pulling a little bit. So I think I might go with the glue. So we'll try it both ways and see. I'll only have to put a little bit of glue where the adhesive is not, where it's pulled loose. But it looks like it's everywhere you see white, there's adhesive, and where you see the red, that's where I don't have any adhesive. So let's see how it's done down here at the bottom. It just don't feel like it cut across that little bottom edge enough to cut through that adhesive, and that maybe if I ran it through twice it would do it. So the next time I use this and I use adhesive, Bella's over there making noise and I thought she was in distress, but evidently she's dreaming. She's sound asleep. It sounds like she's hiccuping. Oh goodness, my little Bella. She's my baby Bella. Yeah, I'm not sure that I would do this again. Maybe I'm gonna try it off camera, and I'm gonna try it with this die and running it through twice to see if I can get those corner pieces out. Now see, that one came out fine. It seems to be the bottom and the top with these little triangles, not the diamonds but the triangles. And it does come loose, but you just got to finagle it a little bit more than I like, especially when I'm doing a live and you're in a hurry, you know. But what's that old cliche, you know? It's like when you come on live, and I hear so many demonstrators say that, it's like anything that can go wrong will go wrong when you're live. Oh well, it is what it is. We will put adhesive, we'll put a little bit of glue wherever is needed. And let's get this last one out. That one looks like it cut really good, but it's just not wanting to let go right there. I don't want to tear my adhesive, but you know what? Oh well. Alright, I'm going to get all of this mess out of my way. I'm going to hang on to those because I may be able to use them. And we're going to put those over there just like that. And this is the one this is the white one that I'm going to put on the red card. Isn't that pretty? See how much that just jazzes that up? Anytime that you put a piece on there of a different color, it really does kind of pop. So that's one. I also cut some pieces, I die cut some pieces out of the Forever Flourishing dies, and I stamped out of the Forever Fern. This set went with that pack of paper that I'm giving away, but the paper has since then retired, and because I loved it so much, I bought more than I should have, so I have an excess of it. So I thought that would be a good way for me to cut my packs down into 6x6 and give it away. This set is still available in our new catalog, but it's not available as a bundle. So if you love it, you won't save that 10% on it. You'll have to buy the dies and the stamps separate and you know, not get the 10%. But I love those, and what I did is I stamped. I know you're saying leaves aren't red. Well, they're my leaves and my eucalyptus, and they can be whatever color I want them to be, right? So I made them this color because I thought this would be so pretty, especially on the white card. And I'm going to do that white card this one with this overlay. Isn't that gorgeous? I love an overlay on a card. I think, like I said, with these two, look how rich they look. And I did use gold foil on this one and this one. And I thought, okay, I want to do something different. I'm going to just going to use cardstock on these. So I tell you what, let's do. Let's move this stuff over out of our way. I am going to grab a silicone craft sheet. We're going to do the red one first, the white on red. This is the one that you would have to do if you didn't have the adhesive sheets. I'm going to turn this over like this. I'm going to grab some liquid glue, and I need my bigger bottle, and I'm going to just squirt out a big gob of it right there. And I have this little tiny Rubbermaid, the little, what do they call, like the throwaway ones. And I keep a piece of a sponge. Stampin' Up! Used to sell these sponges like this in a round thing, and you could cut them apart and use them. And I still have that one. You can use a dauber, just a regular ink dauber. Works really good. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to dab just a little bit in my glue, and then I'm going to dab off to get that excess. And then I'm just going to hold this in place. Now, try not to move this if you do it in this. Jennifer, I did not put my silicone craft sheet on the list of supplies, so if you would add that, I would appreciate it. I'm working her overtime today. So, okay, Jennifer's letting me know she's a little frazzled. Her kids are home from school, so she's got a lot going on. Don't worry, Jennifer, don't worry about it. It's the silicone craft sheet, but don't worry about it. If you don't get it on there, I'll put it on the description a little bit later. But the silicone craft sheet is such a handy thing to have. So I'm going to have a talk with my grandchildren and tell them they don't bother Mommy when she's moderating. I'm going to have to get on those kids. Her older boys are 15, almost 16 and 14. They're old enough to know better, but hey, I had little ones. My son was 7 years older than Jennifer, and there was nothing he loved better than to make her scream. That was his goal in life, was to make Jennifer scream. So, I totally get it. Alright, I hope I've got enough of glue on that that's going to adhere it. And see the mess I made under that? That's why I didn't want to move that. So we're going to bring over our card, and I'm going to sit this down. And I'm going to give it a good press. And I'll tell you something I like to do. Stampin' Up! Has some really nice stamp blocks, and they come in all sizes from itty bitties to great big ones. I like to sit this big stamp block. This is actually one that's for your background stamps. I like to set a big stamp block on top of that just to weight it down and help it to adhere. So then we're just going to leave that over there. So while that one's drying and hopefully not sticking to my stamp block, that wouldn't be good to raise that up and tear it all to pieces because it stuck to my block. But oh well, if it does, you know what? We'll just carry on. I've already gotten upset enough for one day, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to pull this backer, and you'll see how nice and easy this comes off. And I'm going to hold it in one spot while I very gently lift it and lift it just like that. And then I got one little piece right there. Come on. That's where you take your pick comes in handy. So now it's stuck to my fingers, but I'm very gently going to raise it up. Now I know I need glue up here, so I'm going to take one of my bottles. I have a bottle here that I put liquid glue in that has that little needle nose. I should have done it on the craft mat. That's okay. That's alright. We'll clean it up. I'm just going to go across there and maybe a little bit right here. Where it doesn't look shiny is where I know I need glue. I think that might be all I need. So then I'm going to take this and lay it down. Now this, you want to be pretty precise when you put it down because it's got that adhesive. It's like putting Stampin' Seal on it. And then I'm going to press it. I'll tell you what, it was so worth popping out the pieces to get that to go on that easy. And this one I don't have to worry about putting a block on it. I don't have to do anything. Let's hope this didn't stick too bad. Ah, voila, it worked. So there's our 2 cards. And I think they're coming together pretty well. So the first thing I want to do is I want to decide, I know I want to put a red one on here. And I know I want to do a white one. Now if you notice, this is a different white. This gives you like almost like a white background. And I think I'm going to put that one there. This one I'm going to move down middle way because I think I want it to be more like this one. And maybe we'll do the sentiment through the reef. So I know let's work on this one first. I'm just pressing to make sure all of those little pieces are intact. And this looks really good. I'm real pleased with the way that adhesive worked. So like I said, I've had this for a while, but I haven't brought it out. I think I played with it once off camera, but this was my first endeavor of using it on camera, and I am impressed. So if you need sheets of adhesive, I highly recommend. And I will not recommend a product unless I have tried it and I know that it works like it should. I just will not recommend it. So I'm going to pull these little pieces up, and I want to put a white one down as well. But do I want to put the white behind it? Or do I want to put the white? These pieces too, if you bend them up, if you bend each one of these little leaves up all the way around like this, you can actually sit that down inside that reef. Now it is tedious to do because you've really got to go around and bend every one of those leaves up to give yourself that little teeny, see the little teeny area that runs all the way around? It's not that hard to do, and it really does make a statement, I think. First of all, I love a reef. Back in the day before paper crafting, I made reefs all the time. Jennifer will attest to that. I made reefs to go on my girls' room doors. I made reefs for the front door. I made reefs for the back. I made reefs all over my house. And that was back in the day when the grapevine reefs were so popular and the country blue. And I made myself some reefs because I love them. Now see how that sits down in there so beautifully? I think I am going to do that. So I'm going to use that needle nose bottle. And I think I'm going to put my glue onto this piece. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my card base out of the way. So if I make a mess, it won't be on my card. And I'm just going to go, I want to make sure I'm in camera. Do y'all need me to zoom in just a little bit? And somebody remind me to zoom out after we do this so that y'all can see what I'm doing. I am the world's worst for zooming in and then forgetting to go back out. And if y'all watch my videos, y'all already know that about me. I'll get comments all the time. You were out of frame. You were out of frame. I'm so sorry. Now we can just sit that right inside there. Again, my tool that I grab for all the time, I take your pick. And what I'm doing is I'm just pressing that into that glue. Look at the dimension you get on that little reef. Just that simple. And it already looks so beautiful. And this would look good on either card. I mean, you could do this on this card, but I think it pops better on this one. Don't y'all think? I'm going to zoom you back out. I remembered that time. How about that? Let's go back out just a little bit. I'm not going too far because I want to keep y'all close in so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to work now with some of these pieces because I want to build a little bit of interest around my reef. So this one, I think I'm going to do this one in the middle. I think I'm going to do this one in the middle because I really want to work with some of these little pieces. And they can go under, they can be behind the reef if you want them to be behind. It doesn't matter. And you can put some of them through the reef. But I thought these little pieces are going to be so cute on this and just add a lot of interest. Okay, I like to lay all my pieces out before I actually adhere anything down because I want to see what it looks like, kind of get a feel if that's what I want before I commit to it. I don't think I need the white on there. I think that's all I need, and I think I'm gonna do a sweet sorbet strip and a piece of white on top of it and stamp in sweet sorbet. I think that'd be really, really pretty on this card. And then of course you know we're gonna come back and put some bling on it. We gotta bling it up. What would be really cute is to have some little red sequins or something to go around that reef. So we might have to look and see what we got there as well. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab some Stampin' Dimensionals. I got minis and regular size ones. I'm going to grab some glue dots. I want to get all of my adhesive out here, so I'll have it right here in front of me. So I'm going to decide what I want to put where. So I'm going to raise this up. These two pieces look like they're going to go into the reef itself. So I'm going to set those over to the side, and I'm going to glue these down. But I want them to be up a little bit, so I'm only going to glue like right here. So I'm going to glue that down just using some regular glue. And I'm only going to do the stem and across those bottom leaves like that. And I'm going to put this and bring my reef back over. I'm going to put this right about here. I want that to be up just a little bit. You notice how I curled it with my fingers? So this one, I know that it's going right there on that little cross section. So we're going to put this one like right about there. And again, I'm going to take my finger and just curl those leaves up. You can do it with a bone folder, but a lot of times just the heat from your finger will curl them. Now we can put this down and decide where we want to put the little ones. So I'm going to move my reef over just a little bit that way. We'll go ahead now, I think, and glue my reef down. Or do I want to pop it up? We already got dimension enough on it, so I think I'm going to glue it flat down. So again, I'm just going around that middle section. What's so nice about this set, it gives you a place to glue. Have you ever had dies that you would cut and you didn't have a place really to glue them down at? That can be so frustrating. But I find Stampin' Up! Sometimes they think of everything. They like think ahead. And they have real crafters, because the woman that founded the company, she was a crafter. So she makes sure that she is paying attention to what crafters want in all of the Stampin' Up! Products. And I'll tell you what, I am so glad that I found Stampin' Up! Because it has been a blessing to me. Like I've told you so many times, I have spent half a day hunting for some cardstock that would match my paper and end up very frustrated and walking away from my project. I don't have that problem with Stampin' Up! Because everything color coordinates, from the ink to the paper to the cardstock. Everything works together, and I love that. Alright, we're going to do this little piece, and we're just about going to have this card done. Let's see. Let's put this one right here. So once we get this glued down right here, hey Tina, and hi Deborah. Deborah, are you new here? I think you might be new. So happy to have y'all here. Tina, so good to see you. We are working with a dies today. It's all about the die. That's the title of my live today. We're going to have a giveaway at the end of the program. As soon as we finish up our cards, we're going to do a live drawing. You do need to be present to win, and I need you to, if you are the winner, I need you to email me your mailing address, because I have a prize here that I'm holding from last week, because I don't have the winner. I don't have her address. So if I haven't found her address by next week, I guess we're going to have to move on. You know, I laid that in glue. I was supposed to clean that glue up off of my desk, y'all, and I didn't. That's okay. It is all right. I'm going to wipe that down with the alcohol wipe, and I'm going to grab a Oh, no, I'm not, because I moved them. I used to have some cloths right there that I kept for wiping things down, the microfibers, but I can't find it, so we're going to get a trusty old paper towel. I hate paper towels for crafting because they leave lint, so I try not to use them any more than necessary. I usually have them in here because I eat lunch at my desk most of the time, probably breakfast too, or I'm the type of person, if I eat lunch I don't eat breakfast, and if I eat breakfast I don't eat lunch. So that's just me. All right, let's see what we want to do here. Do we want to put this bow? I'm going to let y'all decide because we're still not done. I am going to grab, I want to jazz this up just a little bit more, and I am going to grab the solid fat, and these aren't in the list either, but I'll make sure all of this gets in the list. Jennifer, if you will write this down, the solid faceted gems, and I'll make sure I get those in the description. Anybody that's wanting the tutorial for any of these, they are the solid faceted gems. But anybody that wants a tutorial for these cards, give me 30 minutes to an hour after the video is over. Normally I have this already pretty much typed up, but today, because of my frustration with the pharmacy, I didn't get everything done like I was supposed to, so I have to make that. I'm going to put just every here and there one of those Sweet Sorbet faceted gems. I think that's going to add a little something, don't y'all think? And then I'm going to decide whether I want to use ribbon or if I want to use that little paper bow. I love that paper bow. I think it's so cute. But sometimes, you know, sometimes your card just calls for, let's see, we got one there, one there, one there, and let's do one right about here. And I would pop that up on a dimensional, maybe 2 mini dimensionals. Let's try something. We'll just see. I have the 2022 through 2024 in color Baker's Twine packet, and we have that Sweet Sorbet in there, which is this one right here. When I get my, I don't know if y'all do this, but I hate for my ribbon or any of my twine to unravel. So I take my paper snips and I just snip down into the side of that. And then that just gives me, that goes back to old sewing days when my grandma used to sew, and you have the spools of thread that have the little place to feed it into so your thread doesn't come undone. I just make that on these. They don't come with it, but a pair of snips and you can snip it. So what if we tie just a simple little bow? Nothing fancy, just a simple little bow, something like that. Let me get my ribbon scissors out because I don't cut paper with these, and I try not to cut ribbon with my other ones. I have done it, but I don't like to. Let's see. What would that look like? I think that would be tacky. Yeah, I don't like that. I think I like this bow better. I think the Baker's Twine would be pretty if I had some other Sweet Sorbet ribbon to go under it, but I think I like that one. And I'll show you what we're going to do to bring it out. I'm going to put a mini glue dot. So here's my little minis. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool because sometimes these are a little bit hard to get up. You know what? I'm going to have to cut that. That little place is so tiny that even your minis are too big. So let's see if I can grab it and cut without cutting my finger. And Jennifer could probably pipe in right there about how klutzy her mother is, but we won't go there. They've told me that I'm not allowed around butcher knives anymore. I always cut myself in the kitchen. I just cut myself. And I'm the one that cuts and chops and does all the stuff, but I'm the one that always gets cut. Probably because I am the one that's doing it. Let's put the other half on here too. And Jennifer just told me that she's like the bush bean dog. She's not talking. I raised a very smart girl. Oh, goodness. Gotta love my Jen. For y'all that don't know, Jennifer is my baby. She's my baby girl, even though she's almost 40. She's pushing 40. She said, wait a minute, she's not 40 yet. Oh, this one's not working. It's not wanting to adhere. Okay, maybe that'll work. I think I got it. She said she's not 40 yet, but anyway, she's like me. She's pushing it. I always tell everybody I'm pushing 70. She's pushing 40. And I tell Angel, my oldest, she's pushing 50. So, all right, we're going to put that right there. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like all that dimension on there. I think it's so pretty. So now I am going to bring in, yeah, I got all my stuff over here for a change. I am bringing in my Rhinestone Basic Jewels. I love, love, love rhinestones. You know, what girl don't love her a good rhinestone? And I'm going to pull this sheet right here. And I am going to put a rhinestone right in the middle of that. But let me show you what I want to do. I'm going to grab my Sweet Sorbet Stampin' Right. And this is my dark Sweet Sorbet. And I'm going to use the brush tip of it. And I'm not going to get the big one, but I'm not going to get the little one either. I'm going to get this medium-sized one right about here. Let me zoom y'all in a little bit more so you can see. So if you don't have a color that you need in your jewels, make them. Just grab you, if you have the Stampin' Blends, these work better than the water-based markers because they hold the ink. So just go over it. You can do the same thing with your pearls. You can make your gems what you want them to be. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to put another coat on it because I want it to be red. I want it to have a nice, that's why I grabbed the darker one, because I knew on these clear ones it would not show as relevant. So I'm going to give a little blow on it, and I'm going to go in and put another coat. Just like that. And I'm going to blow again. Just want to make sure that it's no ink coming off of it, and it's not. I figured I'd try it on my finger and see what we get. And I took that off on my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to set it down right in the middle of that bow. Isn't that pretty? You see it catching the light? Now I'm going to grab my rhinestones, and I'm going to put some rhinestones, but I'm going to use the smaller ones, and I'm going to put those in between those dots that I used. You know, everything is in the detail. It's the detail of what you do and what you put on your cards and how you decorate. You know, it's sort of like that with anything we do. It's how a table setting. You can throw some paper plates and some solo cups on there and some plastic forks, or you can pull out your good china, get the chargers out, your cloth napkins, put a nice centerpiece down the middle of your table, and it totally depends on how you decorate. So I wanted to decorate really pretty. I'm going to go back in with these the solid faceted gems because I love these colors. I love that Sweet Sorbet. And I'm going to go, this time I'm going to go over and grab the larger ones. I'm going to scoot it off that way. And I'm going to put one like right here. And I want to do about 3 of those on here. So I'm going to do one there, maybe one right here. And they say the eye is drawn to 3, so we're going to try that rule and see if that works. And put one right there. Now all we need to do is a sentiment. And our inside, let me grab a card base, not a base, but a mat. Thank goodness I keep some cut over here. I'd be pulling out cardstock all the time. I'm going to need to cut that down anyway, but that's going to be for that. I need a piece of Sweet Sorbet, and I've got a piece over here, but is it going to be long enough? Oh yeah. So we're going to cut a piece off of this, but I think I'm going to have to straighten that up because it looks as crooked as can be. So let's go ahead and move some of this stuff out of my way. Grab my trimmer. And I can tell this piece is crooked on this side, so I'm going to line it up straight right here on the 1 inch. Maybe 3/4. Hey Susan, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank y'all so much for everybody that's coming. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up on the under the YouTube so that it really helps my algorithms and it lets YouTube know that y'all like what I'm doing. So I certainly appreciate any time I can get a thumbs up from everybody. All right, this piece right here, we're going to put our sentiment on it. I think I'm going to have to cut it down because I want it to go back under here. Now I want it to go to about there and come over right there. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm not measuring. Sometimes you don't need to measure. Sometimes you just need to mark. So what I'm going to do is I know I want it to go about to here and I want it to come over to there. So I'm just going to make myself a mark. And I'm going to take that to my trimmer. Yeah, I could take my scissors and cut it off, but you know what? I never cut straight. Do y'all have that problem? I can't cut nothing straight to save my life. So I'm going to just whack that off like that. Now I'm going to need another piece of white that is about that same. I want it to be a little bit shorter, so I am measuring now. This looks like this is 2 3/8 by 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, about 5/8. So I need it to be about 3/8. So I need a piece that is going to measure about 2 1/4 by 3/8. So 2 1/4 by 3/8. Let's keep that. So let's go here and cut that to 2 1/4. Then we're going to turn it and cut it to 3/8. And I'm going to count my eighths off. So I know that's 1/4, so half of that, that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3/8 right there. That's not very wide. Maybe that was 1 3/8. Y'all know I can't measure and I can't count. That's more than 3. This is more like 5/8. So I need that to be closer to 5/8. So let's go back. I'm going to do it to about there. So you just measure your piece how you see fit. If you want it, you just want a piece that's going to frame inside the red or the sweet sorbet. So I am going to go to about there. No, it needs to be less than that. Huh? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Jennifer's letting me know I need to zoom out. Y'all aren't seeing what I'm doing. Thank you, Jennifer. See, I forget because I don't look up at my camera. And because I'm not looking up, I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. I mess up like that all the time. All right, I'm going to put that piece down, sink my blade, and cut. Now, that should give me what I need that way. But now I want to cut it to about there. So I just made myself a little crease mark. I'm being real technical today, y'all. And slice that. So now this is going to be our sentiment piece, but I want to jazz that up a little bit. So I want it to fit flush on one end, but I want it to have a banner cut on the other end. And I'm going to hand do it today. I could reach back and grab a punch and we could do it that way, but I'm not. I'm going to put these two pieces together just like that. And I'm going to try to hold them still if I can. And I'm going to cut up the middle. And then I'm going to cut, that's not quite enough. And then I'm going to angle cut from that corner up to where my cut ended. Hey Phyllis, did you get my message? I know Phyllis isn't on Facebook, so I did send her a text message this morning letting her know I was going to be live at 11 o'clock. So I'm glad you made it. And Phyllis, I've got some information for you that I need to talk to you about, so I may give you a call a little bit later after my live and after I get my description and everything up. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do now is I can bring that down. That's not straight. That's about as crooked as it can be. Okay, I am going to get my punch. I'm going to get my punch because I need to make sure this is right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip that off and clip that off. Y'all see how crooked that was? Oh, that's crooked too. See, I told y'all I can't cut straight. All right. So now I'm going to go in and I want to do the banner, this one right here. So I need to go on this one. So I'm going to slide that in, and this is the banner Pick-a-Punch. Good name for it. But I like to look at mine from the back side because sometimes they don't line up in there like you want them to, especially when your piece is too short. Y'all know what I'm going to do. I will, Phyllis. Thank you. Let me try something different. All right. I'm going to get my trimmer back out. Y'all just bear with me. My watch is buzzing. Sometimes I like getting notifications and sometimes I don't. Do y'all ever feel that way? I'm going to cut this at 1 inch. And then I'm going to come back in with a piece of the sweet sorbet. And I'm going to cut this at 3/4 of an inch. I'm getting technical on y'all. Oh, wait a minute. That was 1 inch. This needed to be 1 inch. I'm sorry. Y'all are probably thinking, what in the world is this crazy woman doing today? 1 inch on my background piece and 3/4 of an inch on my white piece. So I'm going to have to cut this down 1/4 of an inch. No biggie. We'll get it. I'm going to show y'all a trick. These little flags, if you have a short piece like this and you can't hold on to it, you can use one of those little flags. It's like another hand, and then you can cut that without it moving on you. I use those all the time for everything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my angle punch first, and then I'm going to get I'll trim it off to the length I need it. That's really what you should do anyway. I was going about it in the whole wrong way. So let's get that in there. And snap. Now we've got nice banner edges that are even, like they're supposed to be. We've got a place for our sentiment. Now what I can do is place this together like this, and then I can decide on here. Let's move the trimmer. No, we need the trimmer again. I can decide how much of this I want to come through. So I want it about like that. So I'm going to cut that off right there. So again, I'm going to do my mark again. And now I can put both of these in my trimmer, lining it up on that mark. Take it all the way up to the top. And slice. Now I've got it the size I want it, and all I got to do now is stamp my sentiment. Woo! I made that a lot harder than it was, and I am so sorry. Now I got a couple of sentiment stamp sets that I love, and one is Lovely You. Y'all seen me use this. I love these sentiments because I love the fact that they have a printed text, and then they have a script text. I love that. Cherished Friend. Trust Me, You're Lovely. I use Just Because a lot because I love that. But I think for this one, I'm going to see if Cherished Friend will fit. So there's Cherished Friend. Let's see how that's going to fit on this piece. Okay, y'all, I'm going to breathe. I am going to breathe. This is what happens when I get rattled before I come on a live. And I was so rattled. Y'all know I was. let's see. That didn't fit. So let's see if we have something in here. Always Remember would definitely fit because that's tiny. These are probably a little bit too thick. I don't know. Thank You might work. Yeah, Thank You I think will work. We'll do Thank You. I'm always needing thank you cards. I think everybody needs thank you cards. So, and that was from Peaceful Moments, my all-time go-to stamp set. So I'm going to get my Sweet Sorbet ink because I love it. That color is so beautiful. It just reminds me of ripe strawberries. I don't know. Does it remind y'all of strawberries? I think it's so, so, so pretty. So I'm going to pick that up. Now remember, these are new ink pads, so they're still pretty juicy. So I'm going to be very gentle. I might even stamp off on a piece of scrap. Oh, that looks good. And then, and try to get that straight on my grid mat. And hopefully I can get it straight onto the piece. Very good. Close that bad boy up because y'all know I will sit my hand inside of it in a heartbeat. And I'm going to clean my stamp because it's what I do. It's what I do. And now I'm going to glue this to this piece. And again, I'm just going to use liquid glue on it. And glue that over. I'm taking it all the way to the end. Well, maybe just a hair of the red to show, not much. Maybe about a 1/16 of an inch or maybe an 1/8 of an inch. Something like that. I'm just going to give that a gentle pat. And now this piece can go in here, but this is going to be popped up. I'm going to pop it up here and here so it will sit over top of that. So I'm going to use my full-size dimensionals for that. So I'm going to put one here and one right here. And I think I'm going to do a dry test run to make sure that's going to work. Yep, that's going to work. So then we can go ahead and peel these off. And I'm going to take that in underneath there like that first. And then bring it back. Sit it down. I want that bow up on top of it, not under it. There we go. And then glue it down. And there we go. Now all we need to do, and I'm not going to do a sentiment on the inside just for the sake of time, but I will put a piece of, for my inside, I'll put a piece of Sweet Sorbet and then a white mat over top of that, and I'll either hand write a message, or I will stamp a sentiment and then put a nice little note at the bottom. That's what I like to do with my cards. So what do y'all think about that one? I think it turned out really pretty. I like it. And look, I mean, it's the same stamp set, you know, the same elements almost, just done a little bit different. And I think they all turned out really pretty. We got one more. Well, we don't, you know what? We're not going to have time to do the other one. I don't know. Maybe we can. I don't know. I'm going to have to cut. No, I got a piece here. What if we just glue this piece to this? I don't know. I want to put some time into this one, so I might wait. I might do this one, and I'll put it up on my website with the pictures of all of them when I get it done, because I've got some pieces I want to cut apart, and I've got some bows, and I might even want to put a really pretty white frilly bow on this one. But I got this piece I'm going to cut apart and put it in with the green, with what should be the greenery, and this piece too, I'm gonna cut it apart. So I think I've held y'all quite long enough. We've been on for over an hour, but let's go ahead and do our drawing. And I will give away, since we got this card done, let's go ahead and give away this one. Everybody can use, and I will finish the inside. I won't put a note in it or anything, but I'll finish it off on the inside, so all you have to do is write a note. Whoever gets this. So our first drawing is going to be for the ombre gift bags. So if Jennifer would have, hopefully she's got all the names in the hat, and she's going to, oh, thank you, Jennifer. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, Deborah. Everybody is so sweet. They are so, so sweet. I appreciate you. I don't know if y'all noticed difference in my hair, but I went and got my hair cut yesterday. I have a terrible cowlick right here, and it's in my part because I normally part my hair. Wait a minute. I think y'all can see me, and you can't. Let me transition y'all over real quick. Okay, let's see if that messed up my volume. I don't think it did. Y'all still hear me okay? Anyway, I went and got my hair cut yesterday, and over on this side, okay, it should go over in just a minute. It's showing that I've transitioned on my end back over to me. Okay, all right. Jennifer's letting me know that y'all see me now, so let me start over again. I went to get my hair cut yesterday because it had gotten really long because I missed my appointment because I had a doctor's appointment and I was really concerned about, and I've totally forgot about my hair appointment. But anyway, I rescheduled and I got my hair cut yesterday. So normally I part my hair over from the right to the left. I've been parting it that way forever. So I told my hairdresser, she combed it over to cut it to kind of get the angle right for this side. And when she combed it over, I said, I meant to ask you something. I said, my cowlick has really been bothering me because it's right under here and it's just like a complete circle. I said, if I parted my hair over, would that help camouflage my cowlick where I wouldn't be fighting with it? She said, most definitely. So anyway, I said, well, let's do it. So she did it. She combed it over and she said, I kind of like that. She said, it looks a little bit more kind of jazzy. That was the exact word she used. And I said, okay. I said, I need jazz in my life. Da-da, da-da. Let me do the jazz hands. But I went with it. Jennifer asked me this morning, did Dennis say anything about it? And I said, no, not really. You know, men don't really notice unless if I came home with maybe blue hair or green hair, he might have said something. Oh, Margie, you're too kind. You are too kind. Y'all are all too kind to me. I love y'all so much. All right, Jennifer, are you ready to go ahead and do the drawing for the let me switch y'all back over. All right. We're giving away the ombre gift bags first, and then we're giving away the Flourishing or Forever Fern paper. That's going to be the first two gifts. So the first one's going to be this. So I'm waiting on Jennifer to let me know if she's got the names all together. She's ready, so she's going to pull a name, and whoever's name she pull will get these. And let me get me a sticky note so I can put a sticky note on these. And, oh, come on. I cleaned my drawer out, now I can't find nothing. Do y'all ever do that? I do that in my cabinets. I'll take a notion just to pull everything out and clean my cabinets out, and then I can't find anything. All right, I'm ready. Drum roll, please. And the winner is Deborah Meacham. Oh, I'm putting Debbie. Oh, sorry. I know Deborahs don't like Debbie. And I always have trouble spelling Deborah. I need you to email me your mailing address so I can get this out to you. So please, Jennifer, if you'll pop my email address up there, please email me with your mailing address, because without that I can't get this to you. All right, now we're going to do the drawing for the paper, and congratulations, Deborah. Oh, Marlene, I would never go back to my hair being... I used to wear it like almost like a page boy, you know, maybe right to here, but I would never go back. Never, ever. Yes, I'm so happy, Deborah. Please make sure you email me your mailing address. That is so important. And next week, if I still have not gotten a hold of Linda Jean, I will put this back up for another drawing, because that rainbow paper, and I'll do that separate from our regular drawing, so it won't be like I'm substituting that. Since this was a giveaway from last week, I will definitely make that a separate drawing, and then we'll come back in and draw for our regular prizes as well. Or maybe what I'll do, I'll draw for our regular prizes, and whatever names are left, we'll draw for this. I try to be as fair as I can with the giveaways. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I just saw your message where you said you will definitely email me. Thank you so much. All right, are we ready for the paper winner? And the winner is Karen C. Karen, I think I have your address, but if you will send it to me just in case. I'm pretty sure I do, but I'm not sure. I think I say that every time, but anyway, let me know. And if I don't have it, if I do have it, I'll just have it twice. I'd rather have it twice than not have it at all. So now we're going to do the drawing for the card. I always save the cards for last because I feel like this is the lesser of the prizes. So, and I may even go back from the comments that y'all leave on the after this video, after the live ends, and once I get everything put up, if you would go in and make a comment, I will take those comments by next Tuesday. I'll go through those comments and I'll pick a winner from those comments for this card. And y'all aren't even gonna know what it's gonna look like yet, but I promise you I'll make it pretty. So I'll put it like this. If I don't like it, I'm definitely not going to give it to anybody. That's for sure. That's the reason I said I was going to wait with these cards to see whether I liked it or not before I would give it away. But I do like this. I think it's pretty. I would love this card. So I figure if I would love it, then so would you. So the winner for the card is Victoria Melbourne. Victoria, congratulations. And I don't know if I've got your address. I know I've got Victoria, but I don't think it's you. So again, if you will send me your address, your mailing address, I will get that in the mail. All of this stuff will go out, if not today, definitely tomorrow. So those are our prizes for today. You know what? I'm feeling givey today. Let's do a drawing for these two cards too. Let's go ahead and do another drawing. I'm gonna do this one first. The white one with the gold and the blue and the Orchid Oasis. So go ahead and grab one more name, Jennifer. Tina Barker. Tina Barker, you win this card. Congratulations. Alrighty, I'm piling up my gifts over here. Now let's see who wins this beautiful Starry Sky one. And this one's actually been finished, and it's a birthday card. So everybody can always use a birthday card. Congratulations, Victoria. Make sure you email me your address, okay? Congratulations on winning. She's gonna frame the card. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're so sweet. That is so sweet. Now we're ready for the winner for this one. Jennifer, do you have a winner? Margie Ryan, you won this card. Congratulations. Oh my goodness, congratulations to all of our winners. Yay, I love it when everybody wins something. You know, if I could, I would give everybody a prize that comes to my lives, but I can't do that. I wish I could, because I just love y'all guys so much, and it just makes my heart happy when I can send y'all something, even if it's a little something. It just really does make me happy. So thank you so very much. Thank y'all for coming and spending some time with me today. So I hope everybody had a good time. Jennifer, if you would mute me. Jennifer will forget sometimes to mute me, so I'm hearing in my ear the lag, and then I can't talk to y'all because I'm listening, and I can't walk and chew gum, y'all. I wish I could. I want to tell y'all something. I want to thank y'all for being here today, for more than just being a part of my YouTube family, for watching me blunder myself through these cards and blunder through everything I did today, because I did feel like I was blundering. But I feel so much more relaxed now and at peace. And all of that turmoil that I went through earlier is just a memory, a distant memory now, because y'all have made me smile, you've made me happy, and to me, that is the most important thing in crafting, is to make yourself happy and make others happy. So I just thank y'all so much for being a part of my crafty family, all of you that are on my my team, my Inky Chicks, as our title is. So if anybody wants to join up with me and you want to be an Inky Chick, I invite you. Let me show you one thing real quick. If you join in July, if you join anytime during celebration, this is what Stampin' Up! Is giving away free. It is a planner, and I did a video on it, so if you saw the video, you saw what a great planner this is. And I mean, it starts in July. This is good for a year and a half. This is a real, I mean, you can see how big it is. I can hide my big old head behind it. So does that tell you how big it is? But it is absolutely a gorgeous planner. And even if you're not like me and you run a business, even if you're just a mom, a grandmom, just keeping up, if you're old like me and you're keeping up with doctor's appointments, it's nice to have a planner. So I just want to encourage you, you don't have to do what I do to sign up. You can be your own best customer. You can just get the discount, or if you want to, you can come in, get the kit, $99, you get $125 worth of product. This month you get, I mean not this month, but starting in July through the end of August, you will get this absolutely free. It's like a $40 value. So that's on top of your $125 worth of free product, all for $99, free shipping. Free shipping. So you can come in and be a kit snatcher, get your $100 or $125 worth of product, and then go on. So if you're interested, reach out to me, email me, text me, call me. I'll be glad to talk to you about it and give you more details. Or if you just want to place an order online and you need a catalog, reach out to me for that. Let me know. And thank you, Deborah. We do all have our blunder days, don't we? And mine just started off on the wrong note. But I should have held that phone call off until after my live. But that's okay. I got it taken care of, and I'm okay now. And that's all that matters. God bless and keep you. I love you guys so very much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And thank you once again for being here. Love you guys, and talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.